I like to start my videos with a brief look at what's going on at the airport. So today, when I arrived, I found this gentleman fueling his Citabria. Apparently in the military, he flew F-105s. So this one is a bit slower. And speaking of fueling, here is a 1940s era Ercoupe at the pump. This plane is based here in Jasper, Georgia. I just think, in about another 20 years, it'll be around 100 years old. Now, I'm a big fan of RV airplanes, and this example is one of the best I've ever seen. I spoke with the builder, who told me it took him 10 years to build. Why so long, you ask? Because he's a family man, and he only worked on it at night after the kids had gone to bed, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Now, I respect that. I think it may also have taken him longer because he made it perfect in every way. You can't even see the rivets or dimples from the rivets. It's so smooth. Now look, my plane is totally glass cockpit, not a gauge aboard. But I just love the look of this cockpit. It's structured and symmetrical, and it just looks like an airplane should look. I love it. Now then, let's get to today's flight. I intended to fly to Callaway Gardens, about an hour south of Atlanta, but the weather briefing called for widespread thunderstorms in the area. Well, that's not good, so I need another plan. Tomorrow, I'm thinking about taking my wife up to see her brother in Tennessee. We've made the trip several times before, always using a straight route, as shown plotted here. It's 66 miles and usually takes between 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the wind. But along this route, the mountain tops can become obscured by clouds, and the terrain is all wooded with no place to go in an emergency. I think I'll look into an alternate route. Here, I've plotted out the alternate way, one that I think will avoid the mountains by skirting around them to the west. With no better place to go today, I'm just going to make a trial run and go just past the first waypoint, which is Dalton, Georgia, and verify that the path is better. This way will add 22 miles and 8 minutes to the trip compared to the more direct route. At the airport, this is what the weather looks like. The cloud bases are 4,500 MSL, so I'm going to fly at 3,000 MSL. As I pan the camera to the north, the sky is more open and more blue. That's good because that's the direction that I'm headed. The pre-flight is completed and the plane is ready to go. I anticipate a bumpy ride since we're going to keep it low today. It should only take about 15 minutes to get to the first waypoint. We're in the air now, just 7 minutes from Dalton, Georgia, our waypoint. We're truing at 110 knots, but our headwind slows us to under 100. I try to hold the phone steady to get a good video, but did I mention it was going to be bumpy? Those mountains off to our right are the ones we want to navigate around. Off to our left are clouds that are forming to be bad weather. At the same time, the view to our right shows nice weather. We're right on the boundary between the two weather patterns. In any event, we've reached our waypoint and can see that the way is clear to turn north to complete our trip and avoid overflying the mountains. That was the purpose of this excursion, to verify what I thought we'd see. So we turned back towards home. Flying back, we now get the benefit of the wind that was slowing us on the way out. 126 knots yields 145 miles per hour. Not too bad for a light sport aircraft. Heading back, the good weather is now on our left wing. I pull up a display of the ADS-B weather and confirm that there is some activity south of our destination. The AWOS had said there was lightning south of the airport. Well, we pass over this lake and then over this quarry. So far, all the flying we've done is at the top left of this chart, but that didn't really mean much flying time at all. So when I got back home, I wasn't ready to quit. I shot several touch and goes, but still not ready to quit. So all the rest of that spaghetti you see is me just flying around and sightseeing. Any day in the air is a good day. For those of you who have subscribed, the next episode will be a fun little trip. If you haven't yet subscribed, you need to get on the bandwagon and see just where we'll go next. See you all then.